Sly News right here is one of them, Mr. Sly Media. This right here is my review on X-Men 97, the television series. I'm here to talk about it and I'll pretty much just talk about the whole season. As you see on my YouTube channel, I'm a big X-Men fan, so I was so happy when I found out we were doing this cartoon television series because I didn't really grow up on the 97 cartoon. I really actually grew up on the more so of the X-Men Evolution. Everybody remember that it came out in 2000 because I was like a real little kid when X-Men 97, the old cartoon came out. I was like 4 or 5, 6 years old. So I really don't remember that vividly. That as I remember X-Men Evolution. So I mostly more grew up on the live action movies and all. But this series was good. This is actually the best thing Marvel's put out since I think Daredevil. Even though Daredevil was technically not like a straight Marvel MCU project, it was its own thing with Netflix. But the best things Marvel's put out on television wise since Daredevil. I heard somebody in the comment section said that when I was looking at another review. I'm like, it has. It really is. It's good. The characters, everything was done right. Every character got their own screen time. The cameos were just so excellent. You got cameos from Spider Man. Then him and just Peter Parker. You got Clock and Dagger. I didn't expect you to see them. You got Daredevil as a cameo. Captain America, Iron Man. Black Panther has a cameo in it. I mean, it just the list goes on. The cameos they showed in this that I was just shocked and just excited to see like all those cameos, see how good. And on top of that, not only with the cameos good, but all the having the show. The show was good as well and all that. That's what I think Marvel has kind of done sometimes when they have cameos. They always try to put it in like another movie or something like that or something. These were just cameos saying, okay, this is what's going on in their universe too as well. So they're affected by it somewhat and all. It's not like it's just tied into the actual storyline that television shows, man, just showing you cameos and all that. So that's how I think Marvel should do this now. Just not have a cameo, just try to hint at, oh, this is gonna be another movie or something like that. Like you're trying to promote another movie or something like that. Just have cameos like, oh, okay, there goes that character and all that. Maybe they might get their own television series, maybe they won't and all that. But just to hint at them and say what's going on. So know that they're all parties and they're all in the same universe. You know, oh, they're affected by it some kind of way as well. What's going on? So I mean, like I said, this television series was good. The finale ends with pretty much, the Magneto kind of saves the day when him and Professor X are in each other's consciousness, talking to each other, and Magneto somewhat saves them, but then they get shipped off after they defeat Sebastian as well and all that. The Sentinel, he was pretty good, excellent villain and all that. Along with Mister Sinister, he was an excellent villain as well and all. But the Magneto, Professor X, and all, and along with Cyclops and Jean Grey, all get sent to all different dimensions. Jean Grey and Jean Grey and Cyclops get sent over to another timeline period and all that with their son Nathan, aka Cable, as a little boy, and all that gets sent in his universe when he's just a little boy. And then Professor X, Nightcrawler, Rogue, and all the rest of them, they and Magneto as well all get sent where Apocalypse was at when the little boy, as little boy, when he says, "Oh, I'm old Salvador," and everybody's like, "Oh, man!" I screamed on my laptop. I screamed when I was watching on my laptop because I'm like, Apocalypse is coming. Everybody knows about Apocalypse and all that. If you haven't seen X Men Apocalypse, see that. I know a lot of people didn't like that movie. I actually liked it, X Men Apocalypse. I enjoyed it. It wasn't better. It's not better than the previous two X Men movies, but it definitely was good. It wasn't like no slouch or nothing like that. It just wasn't to me as good as the other two X Men movies and all. But X Men Apocalypse, if you haven't seen the live action version, check it out and all that. I'm not saying it was the movie, this live action movie was better than the cartoon either or nothing like that, but if you want to know about who Apocalypse is, who Al Salvador, all you gotta do is just watch X Men Apocalypse of the live action movie. That's it and all. That's how you find out who Apocalypse is. But man, it was like definitely when I saw it, I'm like, oh, okay, that's what we're getting. We're getting Apocalypse next. So they come with the hitters. They coming with the hitters in this series and all. So they bringing everybody and all. So like I said, man, I liked a lot of the characters. We finally got Bishop more about it. The only time we saw Bishop really was in X-Men Days of Future Past, another one of my favorite X-Men movies I like as well. To me, that's probably the best one out of that. Like, nah, I ain't gonna say it's the best out of the trilogy. I'm tripping. X-Men 2, X-Men Unite. That to me, that's still the best X-Men movie ever. That's the best one. X-Men Days of Future Past to me comes at a close second and all. But yeah, so this is definitely good that we got a lot of the different other characters. We got Rogue in it. Glad to see Rogue as a standout as well. That was good to see Rogue as a standout. So finally, because she didn't really do anything or anything like that. Like I said, like I already, of course, talked about Bishop. We only saw him X-Men Days of Future Past, but he got a good storyline to see Bishop do more things. Because him and Rogue were mostly sidelined a lot in the X-Men TV series. I mean, the X-Men movie franchise, especially a Rogue, man. Like, the only time she really did a lot to me was just really, for the most part, in X-Men 2. That's probably was my favorite one out of all of them. They kept on having Rogue as a sideline character saying, oh, I don't want to hurt these powers, like, and all that. My powers, oh, I don't, you know what I'm saying? She was just kind of like that. Like, they kept her having a sideline too much. Along with Cyclops, too. They ain't do Cyclops directly, too. Cyclops was so much of a sideline character in the movies. They really much, which I have nothing against Hugh Jackman, the actor. I understand why he got more screen time than the rest of the actors in the X-Men franchise. Really, they mostly were focused on Wolverine. And no. In the X-Men live action series, they mostly really focus on Wolverine, Professor X, Magneto. Those are the main three characters that really kind of got a screen time and kind of were done right. Everyone else kind of were like pushed over to the side. We didn't do that much. They didn't get a lot of, the potential of what they could have been. They didn't get that potential to me when I saw them in the live action with Rogue, Cyclops, and them. So, and Jean Grey, the Phoenix, she does it in the finale. They finally get this Phoenix. There's some reason the Phoenix storyline in each one of the movies, they just did it terribly. They couldn't do it right. X-Men Last Stand, which is not as bad as me as everybody says it is. It's been worse for X-Men movies, but the X-Men Last Stand, they kind of didn't do well with that one. Then the recent one they did, the live action version with the Dark Phoenix, that storyline that movie right there was just terrible. So I'm just like, dang. So they never kind of really got the Phoenix storyline right. Even though I feel like X-Men Last Stand was better, that Dark Phoenix storyline was better than the one they recently did in live action. So. And all, but they never could have done it right. But they did a good job in this version of the cartoon version. So it's not they always get it right in the cartoon version. They might as well just stick doing X-Men cartoons, because that's the only ones. It seems like that's the only time they really just done the X-Men complete with all the characters done right. I guess maybe they had more time to maybe flush out the characters because it was a television series. Maybe that's why. And all. So that was another standard to be Cyclops, Rogue, Jean Grey, all done wrong. Bishop. Jubilee, we saw her just in X-Men. Jubilee pretty much was just in X-Men. Not Days of Future Past. She was just in X-Men Apocalypse, but she didn't even do that much X-Men Apocalypse. It almost crossed my mind. I forgot because like she was in X-Men Apocalypse and all that, but she didn't really do that much. But we got to see her character flushed out good, correctly in the cartoon series. Along with we never got a chance to see Gambit. We just saw him one time in Deadpool. Not Deadpool, but he was in X-Men Origins. We always rumored of Channing Tatum playing Gambit in a solo movie. He was going to pop up somewhere, but it never happened. Fingers crossed maybe he comes in the Deadpool X-Men live action movie. Fingers crossed for that. But we never really got Gambit, besides that one time in Wolverine Origin, X-Men Origin Wolverine. I should say. That's the only time we got to see Gambit, X-Men Origin Wolverine. Other than that, we never got to see him. So it just seems like, the Gambit finally got to see him do his thing in this cartoon. But just hope, fingers crossed, maybe we might get him in the Deadpool movie. Hopefully we get him. But hopefully still be Channing Tatum playing him, because I do like Channing Tatum as an actor. So hopefully we still get him as Gambit maybe soon. But we got to see Gambit do his thing. Then we got to see Sunspot and all. He was just X-Men Days of Future Past, had a cameo appearance in that, but we never got to see his character fleshed out. Glad to see him do his thing in this television series as well, Sunspot. So a lot of the characters we never got to see done in the movie correctly. We never got a chance to get enough screen time, or somewhat maybe, and all, because a lot of characters in it. It's just a movie, so it's hard to flesh out these characters in a movie. Somewhat, so the television series, you really got to see these characters shine and all. Like I said, Rogue doing way more than she ever did in the movies. Jubilee, Sunspot, Bishop. So it's just good to see all those characters stand out and all that. So it just, like I said, to me, Rogue was probably my favorite out of all of them in this series. Probably Rogue and Sunspot, probably my favorites actually in this series. Rogue and Sunspot, those are my two favorites. I like a whole lot. I like Nightcrawler too. I mean, he was in there as well. Nightcrawler's one of my favorite X-Men, just period. But he's always been done well in the movies. I mean, he's in my favorite X-Men movie of all time, X-Men 2. So he's always done his thing. And of course, he was also in the live action X-Men Apocalypse and the X-Men Jean Grey Dark Phoenix movie as well. So his character's always been flushed out good, always been flushed out good and correctly and all. So, but the two standouts for me in this television series were Rogue and Sunspot. To me, seeing them were definitely awesome and all. So I enjoyed it. I really was entertained by it. I can't wait for a season 2 because how they ended it. They're going against Apocalypse, so get to see a young Apocalypse and see how this is gonna go. So interested to see that. And then of course when Magneto and Wolverine fight, when Magneto takes out the metal, the adamantium out of Wolverine, so now when he comes back, he just has bones. That's the only character I think we didn't see where he went. We didn't see where Wolverine's at. I don't remember that. Somebody come down in the comments. Maybe y'all saw Wolverine. I don't think we saw Wolverine. We saw where Jubilee, Sunspot, and the Storm and them and Storm, they were down, still left on Earth and all. But then Magneto, Professor X, not Jean Grey, Rogue, and Nightcrawler were all in this different dimension and all. Along with I think Beast as well. Beast was as well were all in this like different dimension with Apocalypse. There were Apocalypse was at as a kid, and then Jean Grey and Nightcrawler were with their son in a different timeline with their son when he was a little boy. So, like I said, there's a lot of stuff. I can't wait. You know, like I said, Cable, of course, in there as well. We got to see Cable, of course. Everybody loves Cable. But yeah, this, like I said, this series definitely, I get this series a 9 out of 10. Definitely the best thing Marvel's put out in a long time. So, television-wise and all that. The last best movie they did to me was Guardians of the Galaxy 3. And this right here, X-Men 97, is the best television series they put out since, to me, probably Daredevil. I can't forget about Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel, the television series was actually pretty good. Not the movies, the Marvels and all that, but the television series Miss Marvel was good too. So this is the best television series they have put out since Miss Marvel and Daredevil, X-Men 97. So 9 out of 10 for this first season, X-Men 97. Can't wait to see what they got left coming. So I can't wait. So if you like the content, like I always say, don't hesitate to hit that like and subscribe button. Also comment on the video as well. Like I said, later on tonight, I will be doing a review on Kingdom of Planet of the Apes soon. I know. Well, not later on tonight, probably later on this weekend, on Saturday or Sunday, you'll see me upload a video and talk about Kingdom Planet of the Apes. I already did a out of theater reaction on my channel about it. I'll do a full review coming in the next few days or so on Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes review. Thought the movie was real good. A good movie started the summer, so I'll talk more about that on my review about that Kingdom Planet of the Apes. But like I always say, man, y'all stay blessed, be safe where you at. This Sly News right here is one of Mr. Sly Media. This is my review on X-Men 97, the full season. Good day. Have a good day, y'all.